We got a special treat for you guys from here locally. Does shows all around. Been a great help to me, a great mentor when I first started. I'm glad to introduce him. Please make some noise for your headliner, John Belts, everybody. John Belts.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. How is everyone feeling this evening? Yeah. Oh, you guys are such a beautiful crowd. Hey, how about a hand for our openers, Kreger and Troy? Yes? Yeah. Yes, and how about a hand for our host, Reed Clark? Reed, for hosting the show. Yes. Yes, some of you are familiar with Reed's comedy. Others of you know him from his early 90s sitcom, A Different World, where he played Dwayne Wayne. Yes. Very same. He's doing very well. Very well. You guys everyone looks so good tonight. We've got such a wonderful group of people here. We've got couples, we've got family, we've got kids, we've got not kids, we got a beautiful couple here. This is beautiful. We got couples over here. This is kind of cool. I feel like this couple is this couple in the future or something like that. Like, this is really cool. Like, hey, let's go back to that night where we had a good time and saw that handsome comedian. Yeah, it'll be... Remember that's when you proposed? Yeah, all right. Just made it a little awkward, didn't I? I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm so... Look how good looking you guys... You have all your hair, man. Congratulations. All right. Yeah, you made it. Very cool. I love it. You guys are so good looking, and but we got to bring things to a quick halt, okay? We need to address something real quickly before we continue the show, okay? I know this is a weird way to kick things off, but we're dealing with an issue right now in our state that has to be addressed. We have a bathroom discrimination, or apparently, as it has been told to me on Facebook, that needs to be talked about, okay? And I didn't think I'd see it firsthand. I'm bringing it up because I didn't think it would affect me. But I went into a business this week, walked by a restroom, and I saw a sign on the bathroom, you're not going to believe this, it said, bathroom only for paying customers. I'm sorry, I got to wear a shirt, now shoes, now I have to buy something here? Excuse me, Scotchman, I believe I'll take my business to Handy Hugo. I'm sorry, you guys should have seen some of your faces when I started talking. Some of you were like, he's starting with this? Oh my goodness. I brought my children. Oh, this is supposed to be clean. No bathroom humor. Literally, no bathroom humor. Just wanted to get everyone awake and make sure we're having a good time. Are you guys ready to have some fun? Yes? Yes. I actually am in a very, very jovial and happy mood. Some great things have been happening in my life recently. And even just today, I felt good because today, something wonderful happened. Today, I had to run some errands, and I went and I got something at Walmart, and then I went to go get something at Harris Teeter. And if you've never known what it's like to be upgraded to first class, go to those stores in that order. I walked into Harris Teeter after Walmart, and I was like, whoa, well, I should have shaved. Oh, wow, this is amazing. I feel like a real housewife of Leland. Oh, yeah, this is nice. Oh. You go to Walmart, you get lost. You go to Harris Teeter, you get samples. I was like, what are these, hors d'oeuvres? Oh, yeah. I'm walking through there, a toothpick in each finger, like kicking around, like, oh, yeah, I'm the mayor of Landfall. Look at me. Wow. I'm a Wrightsville Beach mom kicking it here. Yeah. Oh, it's fancy. It's a fancy place, isn't it? Oh. Try doing that backwards sometime. See how that feels. Try doing that backwards. Go get something at Harris Teeter and then go to Walmart. It's like getting out of a hot tub and jumping into a cold pool, all right? What a sobering effect. Walmart's like purgatory. You don't know why you're there, it doesn't end or begin, and you forgot what you came for. You're like, what's even happening now? They just treat you so well everywhere else. No one cares about you at Walmart. Go to Walmart and ask where something is, and then measure the amount of time that the sigh lasts. Yeah, can you help me find some birthday stuff? It's over there. They don't point, they just do this. It's over that way. Go to Harris Teeter. Go to Harris Teeter, ask where something is. They will escort you to your products, drop what they're doing, and assist you. It just felt so good. This show is brought to you by Harris Teeter, by the way. They are a sponsor. Oh my gosh, that got the most applause of everything tonight. Harris Teeter. You know what? A free cookie for everyone. We're gonna clap for him. Yeah. Is anyone else guilty of grabbing the cookies at Harris Teeter? Like, it says kids of all ages. All right, yeah. I don't start my diet. I'll get the sugar one. Yeah, all right. Oh my goodness, it feels good. I'm in a very happy mood. I'm so happy you guys could be here tonight. And I like the way that the other comedians were talking about the people here. They were like, we've got kids, and they didn't want to say like old or not. They were just like, we've got kids and baby boomers. Yeah, that's what I say we have young and not so young. And there are advantages to both, okay? You young folks, you have virility. You have your whole life ahead of you. You folks, if you hate this show, just click your life alert. They'll take you right out, okay? It is really, we all have our advantages. Right? This guy's terrible. Click, 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 click. Oh, so good. I'm in high spirits. Like I said, some cool things have been happening in life in general. I actually just celebrated 5 years of marriage. Hey, you're number 5 in my marriage. Thank you. You know, yeah. It ain't no sunshine and rainbows, though, you know? Like, there's some hard things about marriage, challenges you don't know you're gonna face. I have to continuously insist to my wife that we are not ready yet for a baby. She just keeps reminding me that we have one. So, baby, we're not ready for this. She's like, well, it's here, okay? It doesn't matter if we're ready. We both work. We want to do as much as we can to provide what we can for our baby, so we both work, and our son goes to daycare. If you are not familiar with daycare, a daycare is a place for kids from all over to come together and get sick and gather illnesses and then give it to their parents, and that's what happens. But let me tell you this. This is all daycares. This isn't the good and the bad ones. All daycares, this happens. We go to an amazing daycare. We really do. We go to a great daycare. We research. It's one of the people at our daycare are the most hardcore workers I've ever seen. This is a true story that happened last week. It happened like 10 days ago. I brought my son into the daycare. I put him down. One of the daycare workers goes, hold on a second. Walks out to the courtyard adjacent to the room, puts one hand in the wall, man peeing style, throws up her breakfast into a trash can, wraps it up, puts it in a bag, sanitizes her hands, and goes, all right, let's do this. Here we go. All right. That is some Navy SEAL stuff right there. It's like, I would have called in. No, that's... Oh. Now, daycare is expensive. And we are working hard to try to provide what we can for our son. And I'm learning just how expensive this kid is and is going to be, apparently. We were meeting with our financial planner, which is an oxymoron in our case. He's financially planning our demise. And he was showing us this graph that tells you how expensive it's going to be when your kid goes to college. He was showing me this graph, and the numbers got so high, astronomical, so you know what we've decided after seeing that? You know what we're going to do? We're going to home college our son. All right, that's going to be our solution. We will learn from home. That's where it's going to take place. Oh, my gosh. Oh. I'm just have one goal, really. I'm really just hoping to not be like the dads that I see on TV. That's the real goal. TV paints a lot of dads in a very silly light, and I want to be a good dad. I don't want to be like the dads on television, even commercials. There's this commercial that I keep seeing for State Farm, and it has this dude saying these different things like, I'm never getting married, and he ends up getting married. And he's like, I'm never having kids. And he ends up having kids. And he's like, I'm never moving to the suburbs with a minivan. And that's what ends up happening. And at the end of the commercial, he has his arms around his family, and he says, what? Never letting go. And you're like, that is deep for a commercial, State Farm. But then I was like, wait a minute. If there's one thing we know about this guy, it's that he breaks every promise he makes. His defining characteristic is that he doesn't follow through on anything that he says. He's going to let go. Imagine if the commercial kept going. It would be like, I would never miss my daughter's recital. I'm never gonna skip a child support payment. I'm never gonna show up drunk at my daughter's wedding and embarrass her in front of her in-laws. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And apparently, since we sang the jingle, a State Farm person shows up out of nowhere. He probably asked the guy, what are you doing with your life? Switching to Geico. Oh. I want to be a dad that's in shape. I want to be a dad that can keep up with his kids, you know, so I'm trying to get more in shape. I'm developing what they call is a dad bod. And I need to fix that. And I have a guy in my life who is trying to tell me to run more. He's like, he's a buddy. He's like, you need to run more. And I don't like running. He goes, no, you're just doing it wrong. You just have to run so much that you get a runner's high. If you run enough, you get the ability to have a runner's high. So do you also get the ability to tell lies? Because there's no such thing as a runner's high. There's no such thing as a runner's high. You know how I know there's no such thing as a runner's high? Nobody's addicted to running, okay? Nobody's addicted to living in a run house, selling their possessions for running shoes, okay? It doesn't happen. All right? There's no seedy characters on Castle Street in a trench coat like, what do you need? I got Nikes, I got Reeboks, you know? Some runhead's like, just give me some Skechers, man. You know, it just... Never seen that before, okay? There's no intervention for runners, okay? There's no runner's denial. Like, whoa, guys, I'm not addicted. I might run a 5K here and there, but I'm not addicted. Whoa, I'm just a social runner, okay? I only run when I smoke, all right? It's not an addiction at all. It's not an addiction. It's confusing raising kids, isn't it? It's confusing. Who in here has children? Who has kids? Okay. Wow. I heard like 2 woos. Everyone else was like I was taking attendance. Like, yeah. That's, yeah. Oh, so that's why you wooed. They're not here. They're away in college. Woo! They're out of the house. I'm learning new stuff every day. I feel like YouTube and Google are raising my kid because I just have questions every day about how to raise this boy. And it's confusing raising. It's very confusing. I'm more confused than a polygamist on an anniversary. I don't know what's happening, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a polygamist on this side of the room? Everyone here laughed. Everyone's here. He has offended my wives. We are out of here. I can't believe that. How dare he? I don't know what denomination's on this side of the room. Like, he made me drop my snake. I am out of here. This is unfair. Doesn't he understand? We just missed the boat on some of the things you're supposed to do when you have a kid now. Like, there are certain trends that you're supposed to do now that we just kind of missed the bus on. Like now, when your wife gets pregnant, you're supposed to make some kind of cool announcement about it on social media, you know? Like when your wife gets pregnant now, you're supposed to take a picture of your shoes next to little shoes. Or like have your wife hold an Easter egg or something like that. And we just missed the bus. So we thought we're gonna do something really cool when we find out the gender of this baby. When we find out the sex of this baby, we'll do something really cool. And we did. Once we found out the sex, we did something really cool. We made a YouTube video. We made an announcement. It was a lot of fun. It got lots of views. It was great. It backfired, though, because when I uploaded it to YouTube, I titled the video, John Felt's Gender Reveal. A lot of unintended comments in the comment section, you know, like, you're so brave. I'm like, no. That's not what this is at all. Certain trends, you know, like I'm very nervous that I will become the family with the stick figures on the back of the car. Look, I'm not against that. I don't think it's bad, but it's getting out of control because it's not stick figures anymore. Now it's stick figures. There's like zombie stick figure families. There's like Star Wars stick figure families. There's even people without families that have stick figures. I passed by a car at the airport the other day that had a car that had a back window on it, and it had one lady stick figure and 9 stick figure cats. And all I could think to myself was, wonder where the boyfriend stick figure is. Oh, did it fall off? Oh, there's not a dude out there that would also like 9 cats? Interesting. Oh, it's insane. It is. It's surprising how much trouble we're having. It's very shocking raising kids in this day and age. So much is different in this day and age. I'm more shocked than a Jehovah's Witness at a surprise party, okay? Folks, that's funny. They can't celebrate birthdays, okay? That's hilarious. Do you understand? It'd be the best surprise ever. They'd never see it coming. He'd walk in, he'd be like, surprise! Like, oh, gosh! Oh, that was fun. All right, you got me. That was fun. I'm converting. All right, that was really, oh my goodness. The most fun part about having a baby now is seeing it learn to do different things. Thank God this baby is finally learning to sleep through the night. That has been the biggest threshold for us. It has been so hard for the longest time. It only started about a week ago. But before that, what I had to do, in order for my son to go to sleep, I would have to stand next to the crib and leave my hand on his stomach. And if my hand was there, he knew he would only go to sleep if he knew that I was there. If I took the hand away, he started crying, right? So I just have to stand there like a goon for up to 30 minutes with my hand on the baby. Sometimes I just have to actually get in the crib with him, lay down next to him, I'm short enough, and I just leave my hand on him until he falls asleep. And my wife said, my friends have the same problem. My friends have the same problem. And what they do when their baby won't go to sleep and they've got to do the hand thing, they actually get a gardening glove, fill it up with rice, put it in the microwave, and leave it on the baby so it thinks that someone is there. I was like, first of all, I'm flattered your friends think we garden. Number one. Number two, that sounds like a good idea until the baby wakes up and its first conscious memory is finding a severed hand in the crib with it. Oh, why don't we stop there? Why don't we just put a mannequin's head next to it too? Yeah, really give it a horrifying Saw film-induced first memory. Oh, it's not a good idea at all. Now, the real challenge of that story is having to get out of the crib. Because if you've ever tried to get out of a crib without waking a sleeping baby, it's like trying to sneak out of your parents' house through their bedroom window. Okay? It's not going to happen if you're looking for that challenge. Now, the real fun thing now that he's learning to sleep through the night, is he's also walking. He's taking some of his first steps, and he's a pretty confident walker. You know, he started walking pretty confidently. For a long time, what he had to do is he had to hold on to things. He would begin to take his first steps, and he could walk if he held on to stuff. If he held on to the wall, he was like Spider-Man. He would just move from table to wall to door. And inevitably, a lot of times, he would fall. And my first intuition as a father would be to go, But my wife says, no, you can't do that. You can't be upset when he falls because he will mimic your reactions. If you get upset, he'll start crying. So when he falls, you actually need to be happy, laugh, and be jovial. So we were at church last week, walking my son to Sunday school. He slipped out of my wife's hand, and I went, You were trying to walk, and you can't. Everyone was walking by like, that guy's a jerk. Oh my goodness. He needs to be forgiven. Oh. Here's the worst part. It didn't work. He was crying. It looked like I was laughing at a crying baby trying to walk. We gotta boot that guy out of here. Oh. Very, very, very upsetting. Now, he was born here in Wilmington. He was born over at New Hanover Hospital, and they were very kind, they were very nice, until they found out my profession. For those of you who don't know me personally, in addition to doing comedy, I am banking it as a children's magician. Not the joke, but thank you. Some of you clapped, some of you laughed. Okay, I'll take both. I am also a magician, so you know your career path is bad when the nurses feel bad for your wife upon hearing it. So they were like, what do you do? My wife was like, I'm a teacher. Like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a comedian. They're like, oh. What's your real job? And I was like, okay, magician. Oh, they were like, they started to treat my wife like a single mom at that point. They were like, do you qualify for WIC? She was like, no. She's like, are you sure? You can tell us, you know. I'm amazed at what an adult I've become after having a baby too. Like I was holding my son in my hands and I was like, oh, I guess I'm one of those people that washes his hands now. All right, I got to start that. And my wife thought about getting a tattoo with his birthday on it. She wanted to get matching tattoos, and I said no. Anyone have tattoos in here? All right, and how many of the rest of you instead are going to heaven? Anyone else? No. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Tattoos are okay. I really do want to get a tattoo, but I'm just nervous that I'm not going to like it in the future because I see people who are very irresponsible with tattoos. We've all met them too. They'll have some really serious ones, and then they'll go off in a whole nother direction. They'll be like, check it out. This is the footprint of my son when he was born. And this right here, this is the nail that went through Jesus on the cross. And this right here, this is Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, this is, got me through some hard times in kindergarten. Yeah, tough times right there. Kinder prison is where I got this. Yes. Oh my gosh. And you want to get advice from other parents too. Like you want to ask other parents about how to raise kids and what they did and things like that. But you're going to get opposite answers. That's the dangerous thing that I ran into. I have a brother with children, and he would tell me one thing, and then someone else would tell me the exact opposite. So you just got to tune it out. You got to tune it out, okay? It's useless. It's useless. It's like a Facebook on it's like a happy birthday Facebook, okay? It means nothing, all right? That's got real for some people in here. All right, that's my friend from camp in 7th grade really cares about me. You hush. You hush. Oh. Things are changing. It's weird to think about raising the kids in this day and age because things are not the same as they were when we were children. I went to Chuck E. Cheese for a birthday party, and did you guys know this? They have alcohol at Chuck E. Cheese. On tap. Someone went, God bless him. That was the polygamist. He's got lots of kids. Okay, we'll shut down the whole place. He's embracing it. All right. Did you see that? He put his arm around both of them as a joke. That guy went, come close. We don't know them as well as we thought we did. This fake candlelight's creating too much romance. And not only like cheap stuff like Bud Light and Miller Lite, they've got like craft beers at Chuck E. Cheese. How are you going to have craft beers when your pizza tastes like a craft project? Okay, that's what I would like to know. You got to work on this part first, okay? They've even got alcohol at the movies now. You go to Mayfair, they've got stuff in bottles on tap. Really? Do we need to be encouraging people to talk more during the movies? That's going to backfire. Someone's going to come with their family and be like, I've had a hard week. I'm taking this to Inside Out. All right, yeah, this is going to get dark really quick. That anger character needs to be bigger. Yeah. This movie Frozen makes no sense. The snowmen don't talk. Yeah. Dad, you're ruining the movie. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Things are different now. Things are different. And I'm not as worried about having a baby and a toddler and a kid as I am about having teenagers. I think that's my real fear. I think teenagers are the real fear. Because I don't even know what's going to be going on then, much less right now. Things have already changed now that are pretty scary. The one thing I'm not worried about is I'm not worried about him becoming a smoker. Because smoking used to be cool. Do you guys remember that when smoking was cool? Like James Dean did it, and everyone looked like you got cancer, but you looked amazing doing it. Because now they've got e-cigarettes, and nobody looks cool with an e-cigarette, okay? Let's just put it right out there. Nobody looks cool smoking the front end of Kevin McAllister's Home Alone 2 Talk Boy, okay? That's, you do not look cool with that thing at all. Hey man, you want to hit off my kazoo shoved into a Game Boy? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, we'll look awesome for these chicks over here. Oh, it does not look cool anymore at all. And e-cigarette technology is not even getting any better. You'll have to excuse me if I don't think cigarettes have been made safer by adding electricity to them, okay? And now it's even worse. Now they have this nasty necklace you can hang your e-cigarette on like it's some kind of flute or pipe that you play temporarily. What's the next step in e-cigarette technology? Just putting on one of those harmonica holders in front of your face so you can drive? Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah. I can't even hear my credit rating lowering. Oh, yeah. This is... Oh, my gosh. It's been a joy to see some familiar faces in the room. It's also been a joy to see new faces, people I've never met. I'm glad that we all came out to enjoy some clean comedy. And I like coming to Dead Crow. Can we give a quick hand to the Dead Crow Comedy Club for allowing us to do this? Yeah, look at this. I love their logo. This is like someone killed the Mockingjay. I love this. This is nice. This is... Katniss is dead, all right. Long live President Snow. Oh, very cool. Oh, man. And I don't know how they got the name Dead Crow either. Like, I imagine they're like, what do we name our club? There's a Dead Crow over there. Perfect. That, or we're really proud that Brandon Lee died in our town. One of those two things. I got a little dark in here for some Crow fans, didn't it? Yeah. What is he talking about? Oh, my goodness. And it's cool. I do clean comedy for a living. Most of you know I became a comedian after I failed as a worship leader, and so I just kind of naturally moved into this a little bit better. And it's nice to do this in a comedy club because this is for people of all spectrums who enjoy clean comedy. You know, I've got different denominations here. I don't have to be denomination specific. Because I have to do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll be at a Baptist church and they're like, okay, no jokes about dancing or the first miracle. All right, go have fun, you know? Which is great because sometimes I'll get to do Presbyterian churches and they're a lot like you guys, okay? Presbyterians can drink, dance. There's a guy in the front row lighting up a cigarette in jean shorts. Oh, yeah. They're like the Vegas of denominations. It's really always a good time at a Presbyterian church. Always a good time. And there's this weird thing that happens now. I hear a lot of worship music in the industry that I'm in. I do, and I perform at a lot of churches. And I like Christian music. I like Christian metal. I like Christian hip hop. I'm not so much a fan of the K-Love. If that's your thing, super. It's just not for me. But I do get to hear it a lot, and some of the stuff kind of just rubs me the wrong way. So there's this new trend now in worship where at the end of a song, they'll have a child praying. I know that's supposed to be inspiring, like the child has true faith and it's praying and it's beautiful, but thanks to horror movies from the past 30 years, that's terrifying, okay? You all know what I'm talking about, too. You'll turn it on, and it's like, you are the everlasting God. The Lord is the everlasting God, the Creator. It's like, ah! Ah! Oh, my gosh. There's a demon in the radio. What's happening here? I know that's supposed to be inspiring, but it has the opposite effect with me. Just imagine for a second, you go to church and that happens in real life, okay? You take a friend to church and they're upstage worshiping like, you are the everlasting God. And then like it all blacks out and a spotlight points to a child across the room. The Lord is the everlasting God. Oh gosh! Where did you bring me? Just tithe, it'll go away. Yeah, That's how Christian rappers tithe. They just make it rain into the collection plate. Yeah. Get it, God. Yeah. Oh. But this is a wonderful place to do comedy. It really is. I do comedy for colleges and businesses, and I do it around town at some different places. I do churches locally and coffee shops, and I've even done comedy at a hookah bar a few times. And I love doing comedy at a hookah bar because every single time I'm at the hookah bar on stage, I'm thinking the same thing to myself. This is the only bar I would ever want to get in a fight in at. Well, you know, because there's pillows everywhere. You just be bouncing around, you know, grab a pillow, smack a hippie. It really, you know, is just, oh, these vegans got nothing on me. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's no Marines here. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Hey, Troy. All right, yeah. Oh. What are you cooking over there? Vegan meal for yourself? Oh, vegan meals for one. Good for you. It's a wonderful hookah bar to do comedy. I have to travel a lot, and I travel in different ways and scenarios, and I drive a lot as well. And when you spend a lot of time on the road, you just tend to notice things that are unusual. But we've all seen this before. Has anyone ever made that drive from Wilmington to Raleigh on 40, that long 2-hour stretch? You guys with me? Here's what you discover when you do that. Wilmington, beautiful. Raleigh, beautiful. The space in between, not so much. Not so much. It's very... you don't see things like in the city that we live in. It's weird when you drive in the country because you'll look on one side of the road and it'll be beautiful. It's like mansion, farm, ranch. And then you look on this side and it's like camper, shack, meth lab. It's like, wait a minute, hold on a second. How was Warren Buffett across the street from Walter White? Hold on a second. That only happens here in the country, okay? Oh. And here's what's really funny. You notice that you see a lot of scary signs like keep out, private property, no trespassing. Not on the really nice places, but on the most broke down structures you can imagine. It's like keep out, beware of dog, no trespassing. I'm like, no, duh. Yeah, you didn't need the sign, man, okay? It's the way in which you carry your life is scary enough, all right? I'm not going there. Look, I'm not coming down on small housing or anything like that. I was born in a trailer in Texas, the trailerist of states, okay? But even then, I didn't see what I saw in the Midwest 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I'm driving through Kansas, and I passed by a trailer park with its own graveyard. Folks, that's commitment to community right there, okay? What is the trailer park slogan? You live here, you die here. Nobody leaves. Oh. I'm scared of having teenagers. I really am. Like I feel like I got this kid thing down. It's the teenager thing. It's still in the back of my head. I can't get it out of my head. I'm just scared of having teenagers because, let's face it, none of us were perfect teenagers. Right? Everyone here is just angels, apparently. That's... How dare he? Some people are here with their small group, like, I'm not confessing nothing. I remember when I was a teenager, I remember the very first time I ever snuck out of the house. Very first time, ever. You know, I'd never done it before. I was at a sleepover at my friend John Jericho's house. And at 12:30, he came over to wake me up and he went, hey man, hey, man, hey, wake up, hey, you want to go outside? I was like, what do you mean? What? It's like, come on, man, my parents have been asleep for a half hour. Let's go outside. Come on. And I was like, okay. And as soon as we stepped outside, my lungs closed up and I couldn't breathe. I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta go back inside. It's 12 o'clock at night and we're in 7th grade. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. He was like, dude, we're at the mailbox. You need to chill out. And I was like, all right, let's do this again. Here we go. But by 9th grade, I had it down to a science. By 9th grade, I knew just what to do to get out of the house undetected. Knew just what to do. Right? I would wait till my parents were asleep for at least an hour, okay? I would turn on the washing machine, flush the toilet, create some background noise, you know? rappel Mission Impossible style off the back porch, knew just what to do to get out undetected. Until one night, I came home. 3 a.m. And as soon as I walk through the door, light flips on. My mom is standing there, arms crossed, mom robe, mom face. Where have you been? It's like, Mom, Jeff down the street was talking about suicide on AIM. I had to go talk to him! Is he okay? I was like, yeah, he's fine. I talked to him, and he doesn't want to talk about it ever, so don't bring it up. He's cool, he's good, don't tell anyone, he's shy. And I ended up getting away with it. But till this day, my friend Jeff gets really confused when he comes over and my mom is extra nice to him for no reason, you know? It's like, oh, Jeff, come on in here and have a seat. Okay, I made some brownies. All right, you want one? Okay, you know what? You can have as many as you want. Okay, aren't these good? Isn't life worth living? Okay. Why is your mom being so nice? I don't know. She's just a nice lady, you know? We grow up thinking that we all grow up the same, that we all live in the same kind of house with the same kind of rules. We grow up thinking that, and then you learn that not everyone is raised the same. Different things were more important to different people. For instance, in our house, soda was a very big deal. You did not get a soda unless you were good at the doctor. That's how you got a soda, guaranteed. McDonald's was a huge deal too. To us, we just thought McDonald's was really expensive, and that's why we never went. And you think everyone's raised this way. This is how everyone's raised. Soda's a huge deal to everyone. Until you go to your friend Jeff's house, you open up the fridge, and it's wall-to-wall soda on every side. It's like, Jeff, oh my gosh! There's soda on all sides here, of all different kinds. How often are you going to the doctor? Gotta get you some help, man. Oh my goodness. You think we all grow up the same, and we don't. I want to be the kind of dad that does a good job, and I try to do everything I can. I really do. I try to be informed. I do. I read a lot of different news sources. I want to be an informed dad. And, who knows things. And I think it's pretty clear by the current election cycle, not everyone is informed. I don't want to get too personal here. Can we just look at the facts really quickly? Can we just look at the facts together as a group? Okay, we have an insane billionaire running for president, whilst at the same time an extremist terrorist group running around Europe and the Middle East. Isn't this the part where Iron Man shows up? Isn't that what's supposed to happen right now? If TVs and movies have taught me anything, I'm like, all right, that's your cue. He's gonna get elected, come on. I want to be informed. And so I start every day with reading the good book, and then I get a little healthy dose every single day of WHQR NPR News Radio. Do we have any other NPR listeners in here? Okay. For those of you who aren't familiar with NPR, if you're not familiar with NPR, it's pretty much just the news, but delivered in the same monotone voice, no matter what the story. No matter what. You'll turn it on. It'll be like, coming up next on WHQR, NPR News Radio, 12 militants have murdered 3 citizens and 4 tourists in East Africa. Coming up after that is some poetic commentary on Southern marmalades and jams. Those are 2 different stories, NPR. Those deserve different tones. But that's how every story sounds on NPR. Every story. Until they have a pledge drive. Then the people on NPR lose their mind. It is as if someone has slipped crack into the company coffee pot, okay? You'll turn it on. You know what I'm talking? You'll turn it on. It'll be like, coming up next on WHQR, NPR News Radio. We got the Marketplace Morning Report bringing you the world's most current economic and financial news. But as for right now, we saw Pledge Drive, y'all. Yeah, it's going down. This is Rachel Lewis Hilburn in the studio with the station manager, Cleve Cowson, who just shot me in the back with a syringe full of Red Bull. Yeah! We just raised $400, but we still got 15 more hundred to go. So you better pledge online or call in right now, because if you don't, we gonna lose our jobs! Then after that, it's Garrison Keeler with the Writer's Almanac. This is WHQR. Guys, my name is John Phelps. I want to thank you so much for coming out tonight and allowing me to tell jokes. I have a DVD for sale. It's called Hands Off, and none of what you heard tonight is on it. I wanted to bring you guys as much fresh and new material that I can. It is me for an hour on stage at a church that is predominantly African American. By that I mean everyone's black but me. And it was a very, very, very fun hour. It's clean, it's family friendly, it's fun, and it's available. I sell it for $20 when I'm on the road and on my website. I'm making it available to you guys, my hometown, for $10 a DVD. So if you like it, it's good. It's a lot of fun. Certainly feel free to check it out. I want to say just one more thing. Number one, I want to thank you all for coming out. It's a Friday night. You could have done anything, but you threw down a lot of cash to come hang out, and I very much appreciate that, to support comedy locally. And I just want you guys to know as much about me as possible. The only reason I have confidence to be a father at all is because God is my father, and God plays a role in my everyday life. And if you don't know who God is, Jesus is a snapshot of that. If you've ever wondered about God, talk to me. I'd love to talk to you about it. I know it's weird. It's a very odd way to end a comedy show, but it's something that's just an undeniable part of my life. I've spent my entire life trying to disprove the existence of God and do things my own way, and I only run into more truth, more acceptance, and more love. So if you would like to talk to me about that, I'd love to. If not, I'd like to talk to you anyway. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much, guys.